It's AllBall TV. You already know the motto. They scared, but I'm not. JB Bickerstaff, his trash approach to the Cleveland Cavaliers, they're not prepared. We are prepared, the New York Knicks, with our backup to the backup to the backups coming in here and taking over Cleveland last night. Does Tom Thibodeau's style suit this era in the NBA, being the load management era? Everybody, everyone's gonna use the injuries against them now, especially with this many injuries with the Knicks, is what they're using as a reflection of what they've been talking about with Tom Thibodeau in years past. Does his style, is it suitable for this era? I always compare it to the running back defensive style in the NFL, which you don't have a decade full of those kind of styles of football. You only have like 3, 4, 5 years with a running back and a great defense. When you have a great quarterback, mobile offensive players, you get more of a lifetime out of that. Do you think this style from Tom Thibodeau is suited for this era?
Well, it's definitely not what this era is known for, but as you see, the Knicks are doing just fine. It comes back to that: is Tom Thibodeau responsible for the injuries thing, which is a different conversation.
Well, that's a part of it. Do you think that his style is part of the injuries?
I have to see every injury that these players have had and see, what are they? Are they contact injuries that are happening on the basketball floor? Because if that's what's happening, then no, it's not his fault. It's like non-contact because of like wear and tear and excessive use. Then yeah, maybe.
Well,
you guys know the injuries. You've seen them.
Well, for me, everybody know I'm not a Thibs guy. Like I said, my line is he grew on me like fungus, but he grew on me. Pause. His coaching style, I don't mind it. This is what I don't like. Up 16, a minute and some change left, your best players are still on the floor. I don't mind if a guy got to play 45 minutes. You young, that's what working out, eating right, that's what that comes with. Like I said, if you in your prime, now if you LeBron age or Kawhi, Durant, them guys been around 15 plus years, Curry, then I get it. But a lot of these guys been in the league between 3 to 6 years. They still in their 20s. You should be able to play that many minutes, especially if it's not a back-to-back. So I don't mind Thibs coaching. I just don't like, when we're up big, guys still got to be in the game. When, let's just say, we on a 5-6 game road trip, in one of those games, guys don't get the rest if we playing against a bad team a la Charlotte or Portland. So things like that. I don't like his coaching style when it pertains to that. But as far as how the game is today.
Oh, man. You said a phone call. I got to say that his style, that involves medicine and science, and that's going to be the big argument, right, Dom? Like, that's been the big argument just in general. And maybe it is, maybe it isn't. It's the whole old Pat Riley, old school way of doing things. I think players would rather play all year long than just taking a month off here, 2 days off there, and you're rather more consistent, have your body ready. Also, I have to say this. It's not just Tom Thibodeau's fault. You know what I'm saying? It's not just Tom Thibodeau's fault. It has to be from the top of the organization to the bottom. This is part of the reason why you have to choose wisely in the draft. Like Mitchell Robinson, Emmanuel Quickly, even OG Anunoby. A lot of these guys, top 10 picks are top 10 picks for a reason. And even with what you're saying, that's the argument against Jalen Brunson, right? Like Jalen Brunson is supposed to be, if he's a 1A guy, he should be able to deal with all this other stuff.
You can hear me?
LeBron, yeah.
Sorry, that was my son that called. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's all good. The LeBrons of the world and all these other guys, Shaq. Come on now, like that's the reason why you say, "Oh, there's a 1A, 1A." The one factor that we never talk about with 1A is availability. Joel Embiid kind of teeters on being a 1A because he's injured and doesn't show up in the playoffs, so he kind of loses that. So someone like Brunson earns it for us because he's consistent and he shows up every game. It seems like we don't have to worry about him missing anything, especially in the playoffs, especially when it counts. But availability has to matter. If you're a guy, if you can count on somebody every single day, you can count. Just think about life in general. When you count on someone, that the guy at the deli, every day, if he's there with your coffee, you walk in and he knows exactly how much sugar you want, and you in and out of there, that's everything in New York City. Because I'm in and out. I drop my quarters off. I might give you $5 on Monday and pay the coffee off for the rest of the week, and I'm in and out of there. but I can rely on this person. Now, that's the corner deli guy, and that's me working 9 to 5. Now imagine a LeBron James. Now imagine all these super duper guys that are worth billions of dollars. That's the biggest factor of them all. So if you don't have those guys, you're constantly looking for the second rounder, all these magical, David Blaine type of tricks. That's also hard to combine with Tom Thibodeau when you don't have those workhorses built that we've seen from high school. Like, yo, this guy looks like he's built to last forever. That's also a part of this that nobody's really talking about. Tom Thibodeau is working some magic out of all these guys, especially when Deuce McBride comes in here 45 minutes. Josh Hart comes in here 45 minutes. Dante DiVincenzo, this guy, Mitchell Robinson, is really a 25th pick. He wasn't thought to be the best offensive rebounder in the game. That's not what he was projected to do. Hartenstein's been on 3 or 4 teams already. So a lot of these things are magical tricks. So my thing is, imagine if we did have a Giannis. Yeah, like Giannis and Tom Thibodeau's thing, for me, after learning what he learned on the offensive end from Hakeem Olajuwon, and then he gets coached by someone who's considered still a defensive genius. You got a workhorse with a defensive genius who's super athletic, the Greek freak. He doesn't have that. Tom Thibodeau has actually never had that. And when he did have a freak athlete, they were tapping onto the conference finals. As a matter of fact, when he was a defensive coach and he had a freak athlete, Kevin Garnett, they won the finals. They went to 2 out of 3 finals. So a lot of you guys, in my opinion, got to get off Tom Thibodeau already. He's worked his A off. He's won me over. I was the biggest critic before, but I hate the rotations, like you said, AllBall. If the Memphis Grizzlies are missing 20 players, Brunson has to sit out. Yes, but he's won me over, man. He's gotten my vote.
But you know what? Just real quick, just to piggyback, and I'll be brief. He doesn't have the personnel like other teams to where you can low manage. Think about it. We got all right, Dom. Our brother Dom, Clippers guy. Clippers got Westbrook, Harden, Kawhi, and Paul George. So of course they can low manage a guy here and there. We don't have that luxury. But also New York fan base. We not into that. We used to our guys playing hurt, playing bruised up, playing injured. Remember, man, them 90s Knicks. What? You listen, if dude had to play with a neck brace and a cast on, he playing. So it's a different mentality with New York. Like you said, I'm starting to like Thibs. I'm not in love with Thibs, pause. But he's a formidable coach. And when he got the right personnel, when he got OG, we seen what happened. When he got his defensive guy, we seen what happened. He turned into people start being, he could be coach of the year. So, I'm not going to blame this on Thibs. Like I said, the only thing I don't like is certain games, we shouldn't have to play our guys, or we should play the minimal minutes. And if we up 14, 15, 16, minute and some change left, Brunson, them guys shouldn't still be on the floor. So that's my beef with Thibs, because last year I could count at least 10 to 15 games where we was up double digits in the fourth quarter and lost. So,
100%.
Yeah, so like I said, I'm not, me, I can't wait to blame something on Thibs. I'm not putting this on Thibs. And like I said, Deuce, Brunson, even though Hart is young, he's been around for a while. DiVincenzo, them guys is young, man. I don't mind them guys playing 40 plus minutes. I really don't. When you that young, I don't mind it. Now, like I said, you an older guy, I get it. But I don't mind it. And I know how it is to play ball. When them dudes don't, listen, if them dudes are tired, they'd get off the court. Them dudes want to play. I know what it is to be that young. You kidding me? Nah, I want to play. So I got to give him props, man. He's work. Big shout out to Stevie Wonder, my father. This is his favorite quote. Quote, you got to work with what you got. Thibs is working with what he got. And he's doing a hell of a job. And this is from AllBall, who y'all can go through my post. I do not like Thibs, but I'm learning to respect him. Hey, man, he's doing the best he can. He's doing a hell of a job. And if we can get to the playoffs with all these injuries and still be a 4th or a 5th seed, even if we go down to a 6th seed with all these injuries, come on, bro. You got to give him props. You got to give him props.
It should be more, in my opinion, the Celtics coach has improved. He's gotten the Celtics playing, I guess, their style. He's going to get more consideration for Coach of the Year. Tibbs already got Coach of the Year once. That dude from Phoenix should never got one. Monty Williams. You see it now with Detroit, what a disaster he was.
Lord mercy.
But he should get more. I'm not saying Coach of the Year, but he's going to get more of a nod. How many injuries do we have to make the playoffs, and especially when we're teetering on, when at our best we look like the best. The Celtics right now, they unilaterally have the best talent and they're playing the best, so they look scary as hell to all of us. Let's not get that twisted.
They look unbeatable right now. Yeah,
come on now. And that's how we felt about our Knicks a month ago. And just to finish this off, you just used the word respect. That's the one thing, no matter how down I was about Thibodeau, every player, no matter what I heard about them say, what rumor there was attached to that player and Tom Thibodeau, there was always nothing but respect for Thibs. He's the way Thibs even commands. He just walks into the. I can't lie. That Bill Parcells, even Greg Popovich's kind of way. He goes to the train into the press conference. He just like what y'all asking me, man? Right. Like, listen, you gotta have a military style approach to in coaching. Like, you guys have all these questions that I cannot allow to infiltrate my team and our thoughts. Not happening. So that command of respect, you see it with the players. I've never seen anyone kind of disrespect Thibs. The only guy was Obi in the background one time when he got caught on footage.
Let me say this before we finish this off. Pause. Think about Thibs. All these coaches in the league have a superstar, 2 superstars. Remember, to everybody else, Randall and Brunson is not a superstar. Let me say that again. All these great coaches have 2, some have 3 stars or 2 superstars in the star. Let y'all tell it, Brunson and Randall was neither one. And look what Thibs is doing.
I think that's the part that cannot be overlooked. What happened with Julius Randle? This is his 3rd team. Isaiah Hartenstein. This is he was on Chicago, Houston, and the Clippers. This is his 4th team. Mitchell Robinson, 25th pick. IQ became a 6th man a year candidate. Damn near won the award. The only guy that can't say they really, really improved was RJ Barrett, in my opinion. But I don't want to beat that dead horse. Jalen Brunson was not thought out to be this big. Again, another myth about Tom Thibodeau was you cannot develop under him. Now that's a flat out lie. Julius Randle might get his.
He developed 2 All-Stars,
2 All-NBA guys. All-Star is one thing. That means we might want to see you on the court because he might have some flash and pizzazz. The All-NBA is a different nod. So, and now OG might be a Defensive Player of the Year caliber guy. Nobody said that. Maybe the Toronto hardcore Toronto fans, I don't want to take away from them. But OG Anunoby coming in here looking like Kawhi Leonard in his prime and then some is crazy. This is all under Thibs. Before y'all say that we're glazing him or whatever it is, you should have heard what we said for the last couple of years about Tom Thibodeau. We hated his guts. So he's earned our respect. That's what it is with New Yorkers. When you earn our respect, we fighting for you. We dying for you, damn near, it looks like.
Listen, I still hate his guts. Yo.
It's AllBall TV. You already know the motto. They scared, but I'm not.